hope that you are all doing well. Thank you so much for joining me here today, where we are going to discover what I am reading in November. In case you have not watched one of these before, what I do is use the to be read jar. So there are slips of paper in here with all the books we've gotten in from about May onwards. What I do is pull 4 slips from this jar, one at a time. If I pull 2 slips that are of the same genre, I do read both of those books. But if I pull a 3rd slip from a certain genre, I set that slip aside, pull a different one, and then after I've pulled all 4 titles that I will be reading, all the slips that got set aside go back in the jar. So let's get started and find out what I am reading in November. I'm gonna shake it up a little, and here we go. Can't seem to get my fingers on one right now. Let's get it up. There we go. All right. And this is Hotel Magnifique, which is historical fiction. And there we are. Pretty excited about this because I have wanted to read it since we got it in. Book number 2. That one I got easier. All right. Dauntless, which is a fantasy. Number 2. Let's find what number 3 is. My ring got caught. An Arrow to the Moon, which is also fantasy. And there we are. And this one I am excited about because I have heard someplace else that this is really good. So let's move on to our 4th book, and I'm going to do this one a little differently. Instead of pulling this one from the jar, there is a book that came in recently that I've really wanted to read, so I am going to include this one as one of my reads this month. I'll take you over to the computer to show you what it is. And it's These Fleeting Shadows by Kate Alice Marshall. It is a young adult mystery, so I am going to read that as one of my books this month. So thank you for your indulgence with that 4th title. So These Fleeting Shadows, the one I just showed you, will be my 1st book of November. My 2nd book will be Hotel Magnifique by Emily J. Taylor. Like I said, I've wanted to read this one since we got it in, so I'm pretty excited about that. My 3rd title will be Dauntless by Elisa A. Bonnin. I really don't know much about this book at all, so I'm excited to find out what that's about. And my 4th book for the month will be An Arrow to the Moon by Emily X.R. Pan. I have heard good stuff about this one, so I'm excited about it as well. So I will be back next week when we will talk about the 1st book, These Fleeting Shadows, and I hope you'll join me then, and I hope you will join me for the rest of the book videos in November. It looks like we've got some good books this month, so very excited about that. Until I see you again, I hope that you enjoy whatever you do and whatever you read. And thank you.